So the next question is, how do you like to communicate and build a relationship with parents? So some ways I would build a better relationship with parents would be by making phone calls home, whether they be negative or positive. I believe that making phone calls home will strengthen the teacher and parent relationship. I can also make a website for myself or send a newsletter just so parents stay informed with upcoming events, whether they be tests or field trips. How do you use technology in the classroom? So using technology is very important, especially to students growing up in this generation. When I was younger, I had a computer class that helped me a lot, and I realized that as I got older, PowerPoint presentations, Kahoot, internet homework assignments, videos, classroom Chromebooks or iPads, maybe even Zoom meetings will also be used in my classroom. Technology is very important to younger students because as they get older, there will be more technology than we can even imagine. So describe your classroom management structure. So some concepts for my classroom management structure starts with like basic rules that I've learned. So that would basically just be like raising your hand, no calling out, things like that. So always being prepared for class. And then the classroom management structure also had use of the CHAMPS thing. So it would be like, so one of them for lunch would be students may talk when in the lunchroom or when it's their free time. Students, during this activity, students may walk up to the teacher to ask for help with anything. Students will be participating in lunch or free time. Students are allowed to talk to others, guide up to throw away any garbage and use the bathroom. Participation may look like eating lunch or playing games with their friends. Success may look like students enjoying their lunch with no one getting hurt or upset. So I also have something for like in the classroom with like prizes. So I would have like a prize box. So routine for students who come to classroom without necessary materials. So the schedule for the day will be posted in front of the classroom at the beginning of the day. Students will have the materials they need. If missing around the classroom, students may ask teacher politely by raising their hand if they need to borrow any materials. If the student has to interrupt instruction to get materials from the teacher, the student owes the teacher 5 minutes of their lunchtime. Routine for dismissal, expectation for the class dismissal. When the room is quiet, I will have students line up by the door. First bussers will be dismissed, then walkers. I will explain to the students that the bell does not dismiss you. Students will be dismissed by rows, which makes it more efficient. So those are just some of my rules I will have for the classroom management. How do you connect your lessons to the real world? So I would use technology to connect my lessons to the real world. One of my high school history teachers would have 5 current events written on the chalkboard, and we would raise our hands and either guess or tell the teacher that they were what they were. Current events are very important, especially today when we are constantly living through big historic events such as COVID-19. Field trips are also another way to connect lessons to the real world depending on the school, but having a school pet or plant is a fun and easy way for children to stay engaged and connect to real world lessons learned in class. So how do you assess students' progress? So for assessing students' progress, I will use participation, attendance assignments, quizzes, and tests to help me assess their progress in whichever subject.